Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Missoula Prep Sports Network's presentation of the 2019 Maverick Memorial Day Tournament with the Great Falls Chargers and the Missoula Mavericks playing in Game 12. We'll have the championship game coming up at 6 o'clock. If the Mavericks win this game, we will see them play Vauxhall in the championship game at 6. If the Mavericks are not able to pull out a win, well, it will be the Great Falls Chargers taking on Vauxhall in the championship game, as Vauxhall, the only team 4-0 on the tournament. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups for today's matchup, starting out with the starters for the Great Falls Chargers. Leading things off, number 22, Cal Cromwell, the shortstop. Number 12, Derek Spring will bat second. He's going to hold down second base. Batting third is number 1, Cale Richards, the designated hitter. Batting fourth, number 33, Andrew Paradise, the catcher. Batting fifth is number 5, Josh Lowry. He's going to hang out in left field. The center fielder will bat sixth. That's number 7, Braden Hurst. Number 14, Braden Welty will hold down first base, batting seventh. And number 30, Josie Hindergarten, batting eighth in right field. The third baseman will cap off the order for the Chargers. Number 44, Josh Bandarab. Trying to read my own writing here, folks. And it is Hunter Hauk, number 23, on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. For the Missoula Mavericks, we've got Bridger Johnson, the center fielder, number 10, leading things off. Dane Frazier is going to hang out in right field. He's number 7, batting second. Number 13, Tarad Richardson, holding down third base, batting third. Batting fourth is number 5, Drew Stensrud. He's going to hold down first base. The fifth spot batter, number 16, Sam Busey, hanging out in left field. The designated hitter will bat sixth. That's number 3, Brendan Hill. Batting seventh is number 2, Stuart Long. He's going to be at the shortstop. Andrew Clausen is your catcher, number 14. He'll bat eighth. And rounding out the order, number 1, Dayton Bay at second base. Your pitcher for the Mavericks on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound will be Parker Stevens. So the Mavericks 2-1 on the tournament, with the Great Falls Chargers 1-2. The Mavericks have split the games against the Chargers this season, as we had games in Missoula and in Great Falls, and it has been a split there. So this will be a game that we'll look to see how that split will go. And we are honoring those that have fallen on this Memorial Day. So we'll have a moment of silence before we have our first batter to honor those that have fallen in service of our country. All righty. Hope everyone is having a good Memorial Day and then finishing off their Memorial Day weekend as we get back into the swing of things tomorrow, as Cal Cromwell will come to the plate for the Mavericks. Parker Stevens set for the first pitch of the inning, of the game, and it's going to be banged foul for strike one. First pitch will be at 3:23 p.m. And our game time temp, as it comes up here, 68 degrees with a wind 14 miles an hour out of the north. Parker Stevens will deliver strike two, so we go 0-2 on the count to Cromwell. Great Falls, they have taken on Butte, Vauxhall, and Bozeman with the pitch by Stevens, and it's ball one, so 1 and 2 on the count. It would be a win over Butte for Great Falls Saturday morning. And a swing to strike out the first batter. So a K to start the game out for the Mavericks. We come to Derek Spring. For Great Falls. Parker Stevens gets the pitch from Clausen and the stretch and set. And a low pitch will come in for ball one. And I need to grab my stats for the Mavericks on the season. As Stevens will deliver, this one's going to be bounced fair, and Stensrud will struggle to get it into the glove. And that will be a reach. Will they call it an error? We'll hold on for the moment. And they are going to charge an error to Stensrud. So the runner reaching off the error with Cale Richards, the designated hitter, coming to the plate with 1 out and 1 on. We've got a championship game for the tournament coming up at 6, as I mentioned, with Vauxhall waiting to see whether they'll take on the Mavericks or the Bucks. Here's the throw to first. So Parker Stevens will deliver his first pitch to Richards, and it's over the plate for strike one. Stevens now with the set, and he's going to throw to first. Here's the pitch, and a shot foul into the general seating area, grassy area, down the first base line, and we go to 0-2. And as we take a look at Parker Stevens' pitching stats, 0-3 in 3 games he has started. Total of 6 games he's pitched in 11 2/3 innings. 15 runs off of 13 hits. 10 of those have been earned, and it will be a K for out number 2. So we come to Andrew Paradise, the catcher, number 33, with 2 outs and a runner at first. Parker Stevens with a 7.72 ERA. He's walked 10, struck out 8, and has a 1.97 whip. Pitch on the way. And Stevens will deliver a ball. Spring standing at first, reaching off the air. Ball dribbled down the first base line, and Stevens not able to get a glove, or Stensrud not able to get a glove on it. Now we get a rocket into the concourse to even us out on the count at 1-1. So Great Falls would get the win over Butte in their first game, 8-0. And then they would take on Vauxhall, and Vauxhall would take them down 8-0. So that's the 1-1 record, as this one will be hopped up onto the roof here. And we go 1-2 on the count. And then it was a game against Bozeman yesterday where the Bucks would get the win, 8-6 over the Chargers. So Chargers 1-2 in the tournament. And I was telling the PA announcer, Paul Yarbrough, as we throw to first, that of the jerseys that Great Falls wears, these are my favorite ones, the gold and blue. Here's the stretch and set. And off the grips foul, keeps us at 1-2. Parker Stevens striking out Cromwell and Richards for the first 2 outs. Spring reaching off the air. Andrew Paradise at the plate with a 1-2 count, and Josh Lowry in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. Runner's going to go. Clausen blocks it in front of him, and we get ball 2 with a stolen base. Parker's been coming in and pitching in the number 5 spot in the rotation. Usually it's been on Wednesday night against Helena. And the pitch swung on. This one's going to be off, and the throw to first will have the side. So one loaded up off the air, left behind, and it stays 0-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Mavericks get to bat next. You're listening to Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Bottom of the first inning, the Missoula Mavericks and the Great Falls Chargers for the final regular game of the tournament. We've got championship game coming up here at 6 o'clock. Vauxhall waiting for their opponent. It's either going to be these Missoula Mavericks or the Bozeman Bucks, depending on the winner here. The Mavericks took down the Bucks on Saturday night in a conference game. Now, this one is not a conference game, as Great Falls and Missoula play each other within the conference, but with the schedule, well, Saturday night's game would turn out to be a conference game during the tournament. Leading off for the Mavericks is Bridger Johnson. So Johnson, Frazier, and Richardson to start things off. Johnson will settle in with Hunter Hauk on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. The stretch and the pitch. And Johnson's going to roll this one out to the shortstop. Gathered up well. The throw to first is just ahead, and we get out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out here to start the first inning. That takes us to Dane Frazier for the Mavericks. As Hauk will lean in and get the pitch. Here's the stretch and set. And over the plate for strike 1. Hauk leans in. And I don't think the Mavericks have seen Hauk on the mound as of yet. Pitch on the way. And it's a ball to even us out at 1. For Frazier this weekend, batting in the number 2 spot against Coeur d'Alene last night, Frazier would go 1 for 3. Reached off a walk and an error, an RBI and a run. Singled his second at bat. Here's the pitch. And in the dirt, brings us ball 2. So 2-1 on the count to Frazier. Against Bozeman, Frazier, as I covered up part of my stats. There we go. Here is the pitch. And that one will be ball 3. So 3-1 on the count to Frazier. Against Bozeman, Frazier would go 2 for 5 with a single, a double, an RBI, and a run. He was walked his 3rd at bat. Pitch on the way. And that will walk Frazier to put the first runner on for the Mavericks. Brings up Trad Richardson, the third baseman. And Richardson has been holding strong here for the Mavericks this season, batting very well as he leads the team in RBIs. He's got 20. The next behind him is Frazier with 13, and we get ball 1. Drew Stensrud in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks with 1 on and 1 out. Here is Hauk with the stretch and set, and the lefty will deal. And this one will roll. The second baseman can't get to it. It's going to go shallow into center field, and the Mavericks will have runners at first and second, with the Mavericks getting their first hit of the game.
First baseman number 5, Drew Stensrud.
Brings up Drew Stensrud with runners at first and second and 1 out. Stensrud holding down first base, and he's done very well over there at first, allowing Frazier to move around a little bit. A utility player is Frazier. We can see him in multiple spots, and he can play well at any one that they put him at. Here's the pitch by Hauk, and it's in the dirt between the legs of Paradise. That'll advance the runners to second and third, and we'll have ball 1 for Stensrud. Stensrud this weekend, he would be the DH against Coeur d'Alene last night and reached off an error. Otherwise, he was in a walk. He was 0 for 3 officially, but reached off the error his last at-bat and walked his second. Here is Hauk with the set. And we get ball 2. So 2-0 on the count. As Paradise will come out and visit with his pitcher. And that's going to go ahead and bring out the Great Falls manager. He was actually kicked out of the game yesterday against Vauxhall. A questionable call with Glenn Welsh, and coach would bark out of the dugout at Welsh, and Welsh not happy with the conversation, so went ahead and ejected the manager for Great Falls. It was about the third inning when that did happen, and the coach coming out to talk to Welsh, and at one point he tried to put his arm around Welsh, and well, if you guys know Glenn Welsh at all, you know he's not the type that he's going to allow you to put your hands on him. So very upset was Welsh, and it took him an inning to calm down as there was a couple of more calls that were barked at, and Welsh just did not want to have it. Here is the 2-0, and we'll get ball 3. And that's the only ejection we've seen this weekend. Stensrud with a 3-0 count, runners at second and third, and 1 out on the board. Here's the deep breath and the pitch by Hauk. And that's a walk to load the bases up for the Mavericks. Brings us to Sam Busey with loaded bases. Busey in left field. He did not play last night against Coeur d'Alene. He was out of the lineup, and I was told he was late, and that's why Hathaway held him out. Hathaway, as the pitch will come in for ball 1. He's strict with the boys, and there's a reason for it. As Busey settles in with loaded bases. Here's the pitch. And Busey will punch this one up over short. Center fielder will come in, and it's in the glove, and we've got 2 away. Brings us to the designated hitter, Brendan Hill, with 2 outs and loaded bases for the Mavericks. So Brendan Hill, the DH, settles in. He'll look down the line, and Hathaway hands on hips with no signal. So Hill ready for the play. Hauk leans in. And the stretch and set. And it's low for ball one. Hill pitching last night against Coeur d'Alene. One and one. And this one's going to be dribbled down the line, picked up by the third baseman, and he bobbles it. That will allow Hill to reach off of the air. And so now a runner comes home, and Brendan Hill reaches off of the air. Stuart Long at the plate. And we get strike one to Long. Pitch on the way. Here's the stretch by Hauk. And a smack into the gap. This is going to bring two runners home for the Mavericks. They're going to wave Hill around. Hill on his way as the throw is made. Long will slide into third, and 3 runs are earned for the Mavericks. So Stuart Long with a triple to earn 3 runs. And Clausen now. So Andrew Clausen at the plate, the catcher. As I catch things up here. So a runner at third. And we're 0-2 on the count. And we get a ball for an even or a 1-2 count. And foul contact keeps Clausen alive at 1-2. So the Mavericks earning 4 runs right here in the bottom of the first with a runner at third and 2 outs. Here's the 1-2, and Clausen will be struck out to end the side. So Mavericks earn 4, they leave 1 behind, and we go to the top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Paradise Falls is a proud sponsor of Maverick Baseball. Paradise Falls is the official fan headquarters.
Warning! Warning! Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratt from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the second inning. Mavericks lead 4-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard over Great Falls. It's Parker Stevens on the mound, and the first at bat on the inning is Josh Lowry. He'll swing for strike one. This one's going to be bounced out in the glove of Richardson. He'll make the throw to first, and that is out number one.
Center fielder number 7, Braden Hurst.
So 2 pitches, 1 out. We come to Braden Hurst. Here's the pitch, and Stevens will come inside for ball 1. This one's going to be banged foul to get a strike one, so even count at 1 on the count. And a swing that's going to be fouled back into the backstop to make us 1-2 to Hurst. Stevens now with the stretch and set. And the pitch will be ball 2. So an even count at 2 with 1 out and nobody on. Braden Welty in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. And a foul ball will keep Hurst alive at 2-2. Each team with an error. Pitch on the way. And a swing, and Parker Stevens will have his second strikeout of the game.
First baseman number 14, Braden Welty.
Bringing us to Braden Welty with nobody on and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And a bouncer out to the second baseman. It's picked up and a throw to first, and that is 1-2-3 for the Chargers. Mavericks will bat right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN. Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the bottom of the second inning where the Missoula Mavericks lead 4-0 over the Great Falls Chargers. Winner, if the Mavericks win this game, they move on to play Vauxhall in the championship game. If the Mavericks fall, well, it'll be the Bozeman Bucks as both teams are 2-1 on the tournament. For the Mavericks to lead things off, it'll be the bottom of the order, Dayton Bay. So Bay with the final out, with the ball dribbled to him at second as he is holding down second base to finish out the top of the second. Hunter Houck on the mound, and here's the pitch. And Bay will lay off for ball one. And Houck getting beat up in that first inning. And the pitch from Houck will be upstairs to get ball two. So 2-0 on the count. Here's the stretch and set by Houck. And it's in the dirt away from Paradise to get ball three. For Bay, he would get in against Coeur d'Alene, batting in the 9 spot last night and holding down second base. He was 0 for 3, but reached off a hit by pitch his first at bat, walked his second, and then a single his last. Bay would earn 2 runs and have 2 RBIs against Coeur d'Alene. And we move to strike one now against Bay, 3-1. As we get the pitch. And that walks the batter. We will swing to the top of the order to Bridger Johnson. Johnson in center field, and it's been a great change for the Mavericks to have Johnson and Hill switch from center to shortstop. Hill at shortstop. Here's the pitch and a bouncer. The second baseman's going to have it in the glove. No, he can't hold on to it, and that'll allow Bay to slide in, and the runner will get on. And the second baseman, he's going to grab onto his leg as the coach will come out. We hope he's all right, and he's really holding on to that right thigh area. And that might be off of the play there. Didn't see anything out of normal there. But the Great Falls manager checking on him, and he's really grabbing with both hands on that right leg up. And we've got the infield in. It looks like we might have a change here as he's going to be helped off. We're going to step aside while they help Derek Spring off. And that is a huge hit to this Great Falls team as he is a veteran leader. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as they help Derek Spring off and bring Travis Stouter in to play at second base. At the plate for the Mavericks, it's Dane Frazier with runners at first and second. Hunter Houck on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And the runner's gonna go. The throw to third will be made, and now Bay is stuck as he's gonna play the dance, and he'll get around and dive into second. Dayton Bay dances his way back to second base. And time is called as we're going to have coach for the Great Falls Chargers come out and discuss it. And, well, here we are again, folks, as yesterday against Vauxhall, there was a questionable call. And yesterday, the Great Falls manager tossed from the game. He's got a little quieter tone as our field umpire, Mike Hughes, explains the situation. From our angle, it looked like he did not get a touch on Bay. Bay danced around. So it'll stay. Runners at first and second. As Dane Frazier will set back in. And Frazier ready for his first pitch of the inning. Here's the stretch and set by Hauk. And they're going to throw. Actually, Hauk's just going to step off of the rubber. And Andrew Paradise, the catcher, sends in the signal. Here's the first pitch to Frazier. And Frazier will foul it into the netting for strike one. And with Derek Spring going down, he is a veteran leader for this Great Falls team. Pitcher, shortstop, and second. He's a utility player just like this Dane Frazier in the box. Frazier walked his first at-bat and was the first run to come home as Hauk will step off the rubber to force the runners back. And yesterday against Coeur d'Alene, Dayton Bay was a big focus for pitchers. Pitch on the way. And we'll get ball one. 1-1 on the count. Bay taking some risks out there. He, as we saw, he got his way out of a pickle. Here's the stretch and set. And it's between the legs of Paradise. That'll allow the runners to advance to second and third. And we've got ball two. 2-1 on the count. Mavericks with no outs here in the second. They put up 4 runs in that opening inning. They're trying to push to the championship game to take on Vauxhall. And Vauxhall would be the only loss that the Mavericks have on the season, as Vauxhall would do it in 5 against the Mavericks on Friday night. This one's bounced between the legs of the shortstop. And they're going to throw the out to Frazier. Good play at third with the shortstop coming in to help out. And we've got 1 out now with runners at second and third as we come to Trad Richardson for the Mavericks. A nod. And the pitch by Hauk. And we get ball 1 to Richardson. Trad this weekend, he's been doing well against Coeur d'Alene last night. 2 for 3 with a single, a double, 2 RBIs, and a run. Against Bozeman, Richardson 2 for 4 with a single, a double, and a walk. As we come to ball 2, so 2-0 on the count. Runners at second and third. The pitch. And we get ball 3. On deck, Drew Stensrud with 1 out and runners at second and third. Hauk with the set and the pitch. And it's a walk to load the bases. Brings Drew Stensrud up. As he looks down the line, Hathaway talking to Dayton Bay at third, so no signal on the play. Now Stensrud will look down and Hathaway will just let him set. So Stensrud ready. He was walked his first at bat. Loaded bases with 1 out. Hauk now with the stretch and set. And Hauk will find the plate for strike 1. Here in the bottom of the second inning, Hauk stretched out to 33 pitches already. Here's the pitch. And we get ball 1, 1-1 on the count. Loaded bases here in the second. The Mavericks will have their next game Friday night in Hamilton against the Bitterroot Red Sox. MPSN will be there for that 9-inning game. Here's the pitch. And a shot into left field. That's going to bring Bay home. The bases stay loaded, and the Mavericks earn a run off of the single. Takes us to Sam Busey with one out and loaded bases. And this is where the machine called the Missoula Mavericks goes to work. 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of second. Here's the stretch and set by Hauk. And it's high for ball 1. The pitch. And it comes inside for ball 2. So Hauk struggling a little bit here in the opening part of the game against the Mavericks. These two teams have seen each other 4 times this year, and it's been a split as Paradise will keep that in front of him, and we've got a 3-0 count. Loaded bases with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. And over the plate to get Hauk into the count at 3-1. Brendan Hill in the on-deck circle with 1 out and loaded bases. Here's the pitch. And it's a walk, bringing home Johnson. And we're going to have another visit. This time it'll be a visit to the mound. So he comes on out. Folks, we're getting into that time of year when it's, and I thought maybe we're going to have a young man come out and pitch. And it is going to be a pitching change. Number 2 coming in. So we'll update the information here in just a moment. We'll step aside as we've got a new pitcher warming up. You're watching Missoula Mavericks baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We've got a change on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound, putting Fox Weymouth on the pitcher's mound. So Hunter Houck, 1 1/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 6 runs off of 3 hits. Mavericks with loaded bases and 1 out for Brendan Hill. And we're just about to where we're going to go through the order for the Mavericks, as Dayton Bay would be the leadoff batter at number 9 spot, and Hill is number 6. Hill will dribble this one out. Second baseman will chase it down, picked up in the dirt, the throw to first, and they're going to say safe. The bases stay loaded as Hill will reach. As Stuart Long comes up, and it's now 7-0. So Stuart Long, and he's going to hit this one over, and a line drive into the second baseman's hand, and a tag at second will end the side. So the Mavericks earn 3 runs. They'll leave 2 behind, and it's 7-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Back with the top of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the third inning, Mavericks lead 7-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, with Parker Stevens on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. As I try to tape everything down, we've got a breeze here at the ballpark now. It's been pretty quiet for most of today, and, well, the clouds have stayed off. Leading off for Great Falls will be Josie Hinderrager. So 8-9 batter scheduled on the inning for the Mavericks, as Hinderrager will knock this one foul for strike 1. Mavericks looking for a win here against Great Falls to get themselves into the championship game at 6 o'clock. Here's the stretch and set by Parker Stevens, who is on the mound for the Mavericks to start the game, and he'll put it across or outside to even the count out at 1 apiece. Stevens now with the pitch, and this one's fouled off once again as we go 1-2 on the count. Josh Banderob in the on-deck circle. Pitch on the way, and Stevens will go outside to even the count out at 2. Stevens with the pitch. And that'll make it a full count at 3-2. Leadoff man here in the third for Great Falls. They're looking for their first hit and run, and this one's going to be down. Parker Stevens will pick it up. The toss to first, and that's one away. Brings us to the first baseman, Josh Banderob. Third baseman, Josh Banderob, with one out and nobody on. It's the bottom of the order for the Chargers. 7-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard with the Mavericks in charge. And Stevens will put one in for ball one. For Banderob, as this one's going to be bounced out, Richardson will pick it up on the attack. The throw to first is there, and that's two away. Swings us to the top of the order to Cal Cromwell with two outs and nobody on. Cromwell struck out his first at bat. Here's Stevens with the pitch. And a swing for strike one. For Cromwell, he's been the leadoff batter in the Bozeman game and the Butte game. He would bat in the 4 spot against Vauxhall as we get an even count at 1 to Cromwell. Here's the pitch, and it comes inside for ball 2. 2-1 on the count. For Cromwell against Bozeman yesterday, 2 for 4 with a walk and 2 runs. Here's a swing, and we get strike 2. 2-2 on the count. Against Vauxhall, Cromwell, batting in the number 4 spot, would go 1 for 2, a walk and a single. And then opening up against Butte, Cromwell, 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI. Here's the pitch, and we'll get a full count at 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of 3. Championship game coming up at 6. Here's the pitch. And we'll have a walk to put a runner on with 2 outs. Takes us to Travis Stouter. Stouter coming in for Spring after the injury. Here's the pitch by Stevens, and his first at-bat is going to earn him a hit to put an H on the board for the Great Falls Chargers, and they now have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the designated hitter, Cale Richards, at the plate. So Great Falls have found themselves with a hit. Runners at first and second, seeing if they can bring in a run. Here's the pitch, and Stevens will go outside for ball 1. For Richards, he was struck out his first at bat. Here's the pitch. And a swing foul to get strike 1. 1-1 on the count. Richards, he would go against Bozeman yesterday, and it would be a 1 for 4 day for him. He was hit by a pitch. He earned a run and had an RBI. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Here's Stevens with the lay, and this one's going to be a tag to the batter to load the bases, and that will be the first hit by pitch by Stevens. And that's going to bring Coach Hathaway out of the dugout for a visit with Stevens. Now we're getting to that time of the year, folks, when we're going to be doing some traveling. Maybe it's to the lake. Maybe you're going on vacation. Well, the first place you should stop before you head out of town is our friends over at at Fast Trip Conoco. From the most convenient gas pumps to the best selection of cold drinks and the largest ice freezer in town, you can stop in there. They're your one-stop convenience store. Located on South Reserve across from Larchmont Golf Course, Fast Trip Conoco, a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula. So, with the hit by pitch, we come to Andrew Paradise after the conference on the mound. Stevens with the pitch, and we'll get ball one to Paradise. For Paradise, ground ball to first to end the first inning, or ground ball to the pitcher to end the first inning. Here's the pitch, and we'll get ball two. 2-0 on the count to Paradise. Paradise, another one of those veteran players. He would go against Bozeman in right field, going 1 for 4. A double, 2 RBIs, actually 3 RBIs, as he'd have a sac fly RBI. This one's punched upstairs, foul, as it comes down on the concourse behind the press box for strike one. 2-1 on the count, and now we have action in the Maverick bullpen. Now, I don't see a pitcher coming out as of yet, but I imagine we'll see that before too long. Pitch on the way, and this will be a strike for an even count at 2. 2-2 on the count, 2 outs and loaded bases. Mavericks looking to see if they can. And it's going to be Connor Daniels heading out to the bullpen for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch by Stevens with loaded bases. And a shot into left field. That's going to back Busey up. That one's got some leg, and it's off the wall. That'll bring 2 runners in. The third one will be brought around from first, and he'll slam on the brakes. And 2 runs earned for the Chargers off the double by Paradise. And Great Falls on the board, 7-2 here in the top of the third. Scoring Cromwell and Stouter. So that leaves runners at second and third with 2 outs with Josh Lowry at the plate. Here's the pitch and a swing for strike one. And when you get a shot like that, had that been at Lindbergh Craig Field, I think that one would have hopped over the fence. We've got a shorter park here at Allegiance Field, and they do have a double height fence down the lines. This one's going to be rolled. Richardson will pick it up. He'll have the throw to first. It's stuck to Stensrud, and that is the side. 2 runs earned, 2 left behind, and it's 7-2 Mavericks. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN as we move to the bottom of the third inning. Chargers swinging into the game with 2 runs off of loaded bases to make it 7-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And leading off for the Mavericks will be Andrew Clausen. So I missed one here with Stuart Long. So Andrew Clausen now. Clausen in the number 8 spot here in the bottom of the third. Dayton Bay in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch, and Clausen will take this one high for a ride. Popped into the glove of the left fielder, and that's one away. We do have a breeze working from first to third base here at Allegiance Field. Dayton Bay now for the Mavericks with 1 out and nobody on. Connor Daniels warming up in the Maverick bullpen down the first base line, so we might see him at the 4th as Bay will launch this one off the bunt foul for strike 1. Bay was walked his first at bat and got the stolen base at second. As Bay will come back in. He'll settle down. Mavericks with 7 runs off of 4 hits. Chargers 2 runs off of 2 hits. Pitch on the way. And this one's going to hop in front of the plate for ball 1 to even the count out at 1. 1-1. 1 out. Nobody on. Here's Weymouth. And it's over the plate for strike 1, and that one looked like it was almost across the jersey of Bay, but our plate umpire, Darren Badeau, says strike 1. 1-2. And the pitch. And we'll get a ball to make it 2-2 on the count. Bozeman still hanging around. They're sitting in the seating down the third base line here, waiting on the game, because if the Mavericks lose, Bozeman will have Vauxhall. Here's Bay now with a foul shot that'll bounce towards the dugout on the third base line to keep it at 2-2. Top of the order in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Here's the stretch and pitch, or stretch and set. And Bay, this is a line drive, and it's going to hop in front of the shortstop. The throw is made. Bay will get there, and Hughes says, you're out. So that is 2 outs now. And we go to the top of the order to Bridger Johnson. Nobody on and 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and Johnson will take a crack at it. He's going to put it into the gap, and that's going to be in the glove on the diving catch by the right fielder, Josie Hinderage, and that is the side. 1-2-3 for the Mavericks. Top of the 4th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratt from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the 4th inning. Mavericks lead 7-2 over the Great Falls Chargers. Parker Stevens on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And leading off for the Chargers is Braden Hurst. Connor Daniels warming up in the bullpen for the Mavericks. Richardson at third. Richardson at third. Long at short as Stevens will drop this one in for ball one. Bay at second and Stensrud at first. So Richardson, Long, as this one's launched into center field, and Johnson's going to be on the run. He'll put it in the glove, and that's one away. 2 pitches and 1 out here at the top of the 4th. We come to the first baseman, Braden Welty. Welty to settle in, the left-handed batter for Great Falls. Welty holding down first. Here's the pitch. And over the plate for strike one for Parker Stevens. Championship game coming up at 6. Mavericks win. They move to that game against Vauxhall. Vauxhall perfect 4-0 on the tournament as we get ball one to even the count out. And Vauxhall, up until today, they would win the game in the 8-run rule in 5 innings, but Coeur d'Alene, the first team to stretch them out to the full 7 innings, as Stevens will have ball 2. And Coeur d'Alene was the first team to score a run against Vauxhall. It was 10-1. So Vauxhall motored right through this tournament to get to 4-0. As we get ball 3-1. Connor Daniels warming up. Bo King in there warming him up. Here's the pitch by Stevens, and it's a walk to put the runner on with 1 out. Brings up Josie Hinderager with 1 on and 1 out. And action in the bullpen for the Chargers. Pitch on the way, and this one's fouled into the bullpen of the Mavericks for strike 1. And that's Braden Hurst warming up. That can't be Braden Hurst. He's in center. Oh, Great Falls is at bat. Here's the inside pitch to make it 1-1 on the count. So the center fielder warming up. Here's Stevens now with the pitch and a check swing low for ball 2. So 2-1 on the count. For Hinderager, ground ball to the pitcher for the out, as this one's dropped in for ball 3. So now we see 3-1 on the count. We've already had Hathaway make a visit. And a walk, back-to-back walks for Stevens, and that is a, here comes Hathaway to the hill, and he waves to the bullpen, so I imagine we're going to see Connor Daniels here now after the back-to-back walks. And yes, Connor Daniels is making his way to the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. We will go ahead and step aside while Connor Daniels has his practice pitches. It is the top of the 4th. Runners at first and second with 1 out.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN as Connor Daniels is set on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and he will face Josh Banderob. Daniels, the lefty, the lone lefty for the Mavericks, as this one's fouled back into Banderob for strike one. For Parker Stevens, 3 1/3 innings, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, a hit by pitch, 2 runs off of 2 hits in 60 total pitches. Here's the 0-1 by Daniels. And a swing for strike 2. Banderob ground out to the third baseman. His first at-bat in the third. Runners at first and second, 1 out on the board. Here's the stretch and set by Daniels. And a swing, and he will strike out the batter swinging for out number 2. Swings us to the top of the order to Cal Cromwell with runners at first and second for the Chargers. Daniels with the stretch and set. And he'll be just outside the plate for ball 1. For Cromwell, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a walk. He did earn a run off the walk. Here's the pitch, and we go back in the dirt for ball 2, so 2-0. Runners at first and second. Here's the stretch and set by Daniels. And this one will slide over the plate to get Daniels into the count at 2-1. Here's the stretch. And we get ball 3, 3-1 on the count. So we've seen action in both bullpens. Mavericks to make the first switch. The Great Falls Chargers would make their switch in the second. Here's the 3-1. And that'll make it a full count as it comes over the plate for strike 2. 2 outs, runners at first and second. And the pitch. And here's a foul ball back into Cromwell. He'll walk it off. Keeps him alive at 3-2. So Cromwell to settle back in. Runners take their leads at first and second. Both Welty and Henderager, as this one's going to go into center field, and Johnson's back there, slips it in the glove, and that's the side. So 2 loaded up off the walk, but they get left behind, and it stays 7-2 Mavericks. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we come to the bottom of the 4th inning. Missoula Mavericks leading the Great Falls Chargers 7-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Leading off the inning for the Mavericks will be the right fielder, Dane Frazier. And Fox Weymouth in for his first full inning of duty. And he'll drop one in for a strike. For Frazier, he is 0 for 2. Walked his first at bat. A ground ball to the third baseman would get him out his last at bat, and we go even on the count at 1. Frazier against Coeur d'Alene, or against Bozeman, as this one's going to be hit to the third baseman. The pickup on the bounce, the throw to first, and that is out number 1. So we come to the third baseman, Trad Richardson, for the Mavericks. And for Richardson, as the pitch is high for a ball 1. Trad would go 1 for 2 so far in the game. A single with a run his first at bat and a walk his second. Here is the 1-0, and Richardson right over the glove of the third baseman. This is going to have a long roll down the left base line, and Richardson will be loaded up on the single for the second time today. Brings us to Drew Stensrud, the first baseman for the Mavericks, with 1 on and 1 out. We've got a championship game coming up at 6 o'clock. The Vauxhall Jets waiting on the winner as we are outside for ball 1. To Stensrud. Stensrud, 1 for 2, will walk his first at bat. He came home off of that walk, and a single with an RBI his last. And they're going to throw down the third base line. Richardson will dive back in. Pitch thrown was a ball. So 2-0 to Stensrud. Stensrud would go 0 for 3 against Coeur d'Alene. He reached out on an error his last at bat as this one's punched straight up in the air. Paradise is looking for it, and he will put it in the glove to make that out number 2. Richardson staying at first. So the Buse, Sam Busey coming to the plate with 1 on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Busey walked his last at bat. He would be the last batter that Hunter Houck would see, as the pitch would be outside for ball 1. And Houck In a 3-batter stretch, he'd walk, a single, and a walk, and that's what got him pulled as we come across the plate for strike one. So an even count at 1 for Busey. Brendan Hill in the on-deck circle with 1 on and 1 out. And that is going to be and I thought that hit Busey, but they're going to say 2-1 on the count as it was a ball inside. So Richardson will step away and a 2-1 count. And Busey will swing for strikes through 2. Richardson's going to go to second, and no throw is made. And Richardson now standing at second. Two-two to Busey with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And we'll get a full count at 3-2. Paradise blocking that in front of him. And time is called as Paradise will go out and talk to Weymouth. And while the Chargers were at bat in the 3rd inning, Braden Hurst was in the bullpen warming up. Now Braden Hurst is standing out at center field, so it would be an internal switch if a switch is made. Full count, runner at second with 2 outs. The stretch by Wayworth. And Busey, he's going to roll this one out. The shortstop can't get it. And the throw to first, but that will be the out as that's the side. Richardson gets loaded up, but he's left behind, and we stay 7-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the 5th inning right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the 5th inning, Mavericks lead 7-2 over the Great Falls Chargers. Leading off the inning, it will be Travis Stouter, who came in for Derek Spring after the injury on the play at second. Here is Stouter for a ride into the gap, but Johnson hops on his bike, rides out, and puts it in the glove for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Takes us to the designated hitter, Cale Richards. Connor Daniels on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Locked and loaded. Here's the pitch, and it's low for ball 1. Daniels with the pitch, and we get ball 2. For Richards, struck out his first at-bat in the 1st and hit by a pitch in the 3rd. And a check swing will get us ball 3. Here's the 3-0, and Daniels will put it over the plate to get into the count at 3-1. Looks like we've got some Bitterroot Red Sox fans in the crowd here cheering on, as this one will go for a ride foul into the general seating area for a full count at 3-2. Daniels with the pitch. And he'll get him to swing. This will be picked up by Long. Throw to first, and that will be 2 away. So the shortstop, Stuart Long, will pick up the ground ball and get it to Stensrud for the out. We come to Andrew Paradise with 2 outs and nobody on. Paradise, a ground ball to the pitcher, his first at bat in the first, and this one will be rolled out to Long. Long will pick it up. The long throw to first is ahead, and that is the side. 1, 2, 3 for the Chargers in the 5th, and the Mavericks will bat right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn and Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we come to the bottom of the 5th inning, and a new face on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound is Braden Hurst. The DH is gone, and number 4 is coming in for Cale Richards, who was the DH. So Logan Houston. And Houston will be in center field in the place of Hurst, who is on the mound. So Brendan Hill will lead things off for the Mavericks. We'll get some totals here for Weymouth, as the first pitch by Hurst is in for ball 1. Brendan Hill reached off an error his first at bat. He earned a run coming around. Ground ball to the second baseman for Hill. And he'll swing for strike 1. And Hill fouls this one off. Makes it 1-2 on the count. And the pitch. This one's going to be hit right at second base. It almost lands right on the bag, and Hill will have a good shot up the middle for a hit. And Stuart Long to the plate now. So Hill to lead off the inning with a rip up the middle of the field. Brings us to Stuart Long, the shortstop. And he got worked in that last inning. Good plays by Long out at the shortstop position. Here's the pitch, and outside for the ball. For Stuart Long, a triple that brought in 3 runs, a 3-run triple for Long. And now Hurst will have the pitch. So for Fox Weymouth, it'd be 2 2/3 innings, no strikeouts, a walk, no runs, 2 hits, and 18 pitches. 1-1 on the count as Hill stands at first. They're going to throw to first, and Hill will dive in. Andrew Clausen in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Hurst with a deep breath now spies Hill at first. The stretch and set. Hill's going to go. This one's going to be bounced out. Second baseman's not there. Hill's around the corner at second, and he's going to stand up at third. And a miscommunication as the second baseman went to cover up as the shortstop went to second with Hill going on the throw. And that allowed Long to reach. Andrew Clausen now for the Mavericks. Here's the stretch and set. And the pitch by Hurst. And Clausen will have this one fouled right back at us for strike one. So Hill at third now. Long at second. No outs on the board. Dayton Bay in the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-1 pitch by Hurst. And Clausen will roll this one out. The throw to second will be made down the line to first, and they'll have the double play turned. Hill will score, and the Mavericks will make it 8-2 despite the double play. So the bases are cleared. And Dayton Bay, the bottom of the order. And Bay will have a foul ball for strike one. Dayton Bay, a walk in the second inning. And a ground ball to the shortstop in the third. Here's Hurst with the delivery. And it's fouled off to get strike two. Great job by Great Falls to turn the double play, but Hill left alone, and Hill earned the run to make it 8-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Bay rockets one foul. Keeps him alive at 0-2. Top of the order in the on-deck circle. And the pitch. And this one's off the hand grip into the backstop for a foul ball, 0-2. Pitch on the way. And Bay fouled it, and Hathaway will just step out of the way as it bounces by. We stay at 0-2. Championship game coming up in 1 hour and 9 minutes. Vauxhall Academy waiting to see who they will play. Mavericks win, it'll be the Mavericks. Mavericks lose, it's Bozeman as we get one in the dirt for ball one, 1-2. And the tiebreaker going to the Mavericks as they would beat Bozeman Saturday night, and that was an epic game as it would go 8 innings. Mavericks getting the win in a walk-off fashion. And Bay fouls it back into himself. Stays at 1-2. And though it was a tournament, Saturday night's game was a conference game. So the Mavericks 1-0 in conference play. Here's the pitch. And Bay, this one will be bounced out first. The pitcher will have it, and it's overthrown as the first baseman cannot hold on to it. That'll bring Bay around. He's around second on his way to third as Hathaway waves, and now the stop sign is up, and Dayton Bay will make his way to third off of the error. And that will be 3 errors now against Great Falls as we swing to the top of the order. To Johnson. And Johnson will have a pitch come across the shoulder blades. for ball one. And Vauxhall would have a batter score off the error. He would actually get a triple, but the throwing error would bring him home. This one's bounced out. Johnson, the throw to first, and it is on target. That will be a stick to the bag and one left behind for the Mavericks. They'll earn one, and it's 8-2. We'll have the top of the sixth right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to Allegiance Field at Ogren Park. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we come to the top of the sixth inning. It's Connor Daniels on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and his first pitch will come in to Josh Lowry for ball one. So Lowry 0 for 2. Both of his as we get ball two. 2-0 on the count to Lowry. Couple of ground balls to the third baseman off of Stevens. Here's the pitch, and this time it'll be low for ball three. So Daniels behind in the count, 3-0. 5, 6, 7 batters scheduled on the inning for the Chargers, as this one will walk the batter. So Daniels will start the inning out, putting a runner on at first off the walk. Brings us to Braden Hurst, the pitcher, with one on and no outs. The stretch and set by Daniels. And that will get us strike one. And I wonder if we're going to have some action in the bullpen. It looks like Hangus, and it looks like Brendan Hill is making his way to the bullpen to warm up with the throw to first. Now Hill pitched last night, and he pitched very well in his outing. Here's the 0-1, and Clausen will keep it in front of him to make it an even count at 1. For Hurst, a strikeout in the second, and a fly ball to Johnson in center field in the fourth. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be tight inside for ball two. 2-1 on the count. Hill would pick up the win last night against Coeur d'Alene. And there's the pitch for a strike to make it 2-1 on the count. No outs and a runner at first. And Hill would keep the Lumbermen to just 2 hits and no runs last night as we get ball three. 3-1 on the count to Hurst. Runner at first off the walk and a 3-2 count, and Daniels is going to throw. Here's the pitch, and they're going to throw to first on the pickoff. Daniels, the lefty, the lone lefty for the Mavericks, as he'll stretch and set. And we get ball 4, so back-to-back walks, and that will bring Hathaway out for the visit. And he points to Stuart Long. So Stuart Long will come to the pitcher's mound, and Brendan Hill will come in and play at the shortstop position. And the DH will be gone. So we'll step aside and let Stuart Long warm up. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Back to MPSN. We are in the top of the sixth inning with runners at first and second. A change on the pitcher's mound with Stuart Long coming in. And Braden Hurst will see the righty. And the bullpen active for Great Falls. For Connor Daniels, it'd be 2 innings, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, no runs, no hits off of 28 pitches. And we'll get strike 1, so an even count at 1 to Braden Welty. Welty walked his last at bat, and a ground ball to second, back in the second, to the second baseman, back in the second inning. Runners at first and second with no outs off back-to-back walks. And here is the pitch. And we get ball 2. Mavericks trying to hold on to an 6-run lead. Here's the pitch. And a foul ball will get us an even count at 2. Brendan Hill now at short. The designated hitter is gone, as Hill was the designated hitter. As we settle in. Runners at first and second. Step away. And this one's going to roll out, picked up by Bay. The throw to first, and we've got 1 away with runners at second and third. Takes us to the right fielder, Josie Hinderager, with runners at second and third and 1 out now. And looked like Stensrud anticipated the bunt, but he's going to back off. Stensrud came up on the fringe. For Hinderager, a walk his last at bat, a ground ball to the pitcher. Makes him 0-2. Pitch on the way. And Long will put it over the plate for strike 1. Mavericks picking up 4 runs in the first inning. They would come back with 3 in the second. And then in the bottom of the 5th, Hill would come home to make it 8-2. Both of the Chargers' runs came in the third inning. And this one will tag the batter to load the bases up. So we have Tyler Marr coming in for Vanderrob. So Marr will come in for Vanderrob. The Great Falls manager looking to spark something here with loaded bases. They do have pitchers working in the bullpen, as Stuart Long will deliver. And a foul ball into the netting will get strike one. 1 out, loaded bases. And it is Cam McNamee in the bullpen warming up for Great Falls. Here's the 0-1 by Long. And outside to even us out at 1. Long now with the stretch and set. Pitch on the way, and this one's going to be hopped up over onto the roof of the building for strike 2. 1-2. Loaded bases. Top of the order in the on-deck circle. As time is called, one of the balls from the bullpen getting out on the field, so our plate umpire calls time. Top of 6 in a 7-inning game. Pitch on the way. And this one's going to be back into Marr. Stays at 1-2. Long stares down Clausen. Now the stretch and set. And that will get us a ball 2. 2-2 on the count. Loaded bases. Nowhere to put Marr. So Long will have to pitch this one out. Here's the pitch. And it's upstairs to make it a full count at 3-2. Long with the stretch and set. Now the payoff pitch. And it's fouled towards the bullpen. Keeping us at 3-2. Cal Cromwell in the on-deck circle. Long trying to get out of the jam here with loaded bases. And a ball that will bounce down. Richardson will have the throw to first. It's on target. Runner from third will score. And that's 2 away as Great Falls will get one back. Bringing home Josh Lowry. And we swing to the top of the order to Cal Cromwell. So runners at second and third with 2 outs now. Here's the pitch. And it's over the plate for strike 1 to Cromwell. (8-3) on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Chargers earning a run off loaded bases. Long with the pitch. And we'll get strike 2. 0-2. Chargers with 3 runs off of 2 hits. For Cromwell, 0 for 3, walked his second at bat. And that was a close pitch as the Maverick fans not happy with the call. We get ball 1. One and 2. The stretch and set by Long. And a high pitch will even us out at 2 on the count. Travis Stouter in the on-deck circle with 2 outs and runners at second and third. Long now leans in to get the pitch from Clausen. Wind coming up here. American flag with a good wave out there. And that will give us a full count at 3-2. Breeze coming from first to third. Long with the stretch. And a foul ball will keep us at 3-2 as Cromwell continues to battle. For the Mavericks in the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be their 2, 3, 4 batters. And the pitch. And a strikeout to end the side. 1 run earned, 2 left behind, and Long gets out of the jam with only 1 run. We go to the bottom of the 6th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratt from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the 6th inning, and we've got Cam McNamee on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, taking over for Braden Hurst. So we'll put together Hurst's stats real quick like. And for Braden Hurst, it'd be 1 inning of duty, no strikes, no walks, 1 run off of 2 hits in 18 pitches. 8-3 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Mavericks in the lead. For Missoula, it will be Dane Frazier to lead things off. So Frazier, Richardson, and Stensrud here in the bottom of the 6th. Frazier to settle in. 0 for 3, a walk and a run. Here's McNamee. And he'll float one in for ball 1. And looks like they've got Long continuing to warm up out in the bullpen for the Mavericks while they're at bat, as Frazier will let it slip by for ball 2. Here's the 2-0. And Frazier lets it go by for ball 3. And it is Stuart Long continuing to warm up in the bullpen. And a slide over the plate for strike 1. Trad Richardson in the on-deck circle. Here's the stretch and set by McNamee. And Frazier walked for the 2nd time on the game. So the Mavericks will have a runner at first with no outs. Richardson settles in. Pitch on the way. And Richardson fouls this one off for strike one. For Trad, he is 2 for 3 with a run, a couple of singles, and a walk. Frazier steps away from first. Stensrud in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch. And Richardson stands tall for ball 1. 1-1. Mavericks lead 8-3 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. 8 runs off of 7 hits. Only 1 error committed, and they've left 5 behind. And Richardson will slice for strike 2. For the Chargers, it's 3 runs off of 2 hits, 3 errors, and they've left 7 behind. Here's the pitch. The runner's going to go, and Frazier. The throw will be made to second, but it's off target, and Frazier will get the steal, and the pitch will even us out at 2. So Frazier taking advantage of the action. Long continues to toss in the Maverick bullpen, keeping him warm. He would slide into the pitcher's mound from the shortstop position, so I'm sure Hathaway wants to check him to make sure that he's good and warm, as this pitch will get us to a full count at 3-2. In 2 batters that McNamee has faced here on the inning, he's got 10 pitches under his belt. The stretch and set. And it's a walk to put Trad at first. Back-to-back walks for McNamee coming into the inning as Drew Stensrud now comes to the plate.
Number 5, Drew Stensrud.
Stensrud settles in. He is 1 for 3. A walk his first at bat with a run. And Stensrud will slice this one foul for strike 1. No outs on the board here in the bottom of the 6th. A single with an RBI is second at bat in the second inning for Stensrud, and then a pop over home plate for the catcher, his last at bat. Now the pitch by McNamee, and it's upstairs to even us out at 1. Looks down the line to Coach Hathaway for the signal. Hands on his hips, so Stensrud steps back in. Runners at first and second. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And Stensrud hops this one over the pitcher. It's going to be a tag at second. The throw down the line to first, and the double play is turned as Frazier makes his way to third. And the Buse now comes to the plate. Here's the pitch by McNamee, and he'll put it over the plate for strike 1. Long done in the dugout, or in the bullpen. He's in the hole in the batting order as Hill's in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. And a swing by Busey to get strike 2. For Busey, a walk in the second. He would be the last batter that Hauke would see after the walk, but he's 0 for 3. A pop into center field and a ground ball to the shortstop, his other 2 at-bats. Here's the pitch. And we get ball 1. Pitch on the way. And Busey will be struck out to end the side, so Frazier's left behind at third. We go to the top of the 7th in a 5-run game. It's all or nothing for Great Falls. We'll be back
Get
right after.
Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we're in the top of the 7th inning. Mavericks lead 8-3 over the Great Falls Chargers, a 5-run game. Stuart Long back on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and it's all or nothing for the Chargers. Leading off the inning will be their number 2 spot batter. So 2-3-4, it's Travis Stouter, his 3rd at bat. He would come in for Derek Spring, as Spring would go down on a play at second base, and I hope the young man is all right. He is a leader for these Great Falls Chargers, a veteran. Here's Long with the first pitch of the inning, and he'll slide it over the plate for strike 1. The Mavericks would put Long in the bullpen while they were batting to get him warm and set for the final inning, as it's outside the plate for strike 2, 0-2 on the count. Here's the stretch and set. And a swing, a pass ball, and they're going to throw this down the first base line, and that is 1 away. Brings in Logan Houston for his 2nd at bat. Pitch on the way. And it's over the plate for strike 1. Richardson at 3rd, Hill at short, Bay at 2nd, and Stensrud at 1st. And this one will be hit out. Hill can't get to it. It'll hop in front of Busey, and that'll put a runner on for the Chargers with 1 out. We come to the catcher, Andrew Paradise, for the 4th time on the day. Paradise with a whopping double back in the 3rd inning to bring in 2 runs. And he'll bounce this one out. Hell will attack the ball in the glove. The throw to second. They will not make the throw to first, but the leadoff runner is down off the fielder's choice. Brings us to Josh Lowry with 2 outs and a runner at first. And Vauxhall back in the building. So both Bozeman and Vauxhall waiting for the outcome of this game as this one's punched up in the air. And Stensrud will chase it down, but it's going to come down 6 rows up, and we'll have strike 1 to Lowry. Lowry walked his last at bat that earned him a run. Otherwise, he's got a couple of ground balls to Richardson at 3rd. Here's the pitch, and Long has a foul ball to get us to strike 2, so 0-2 on the count. Runner at first with 2 outs. Long will spy him, and now the stretch and set. And this one's put into play over the head of Bay. It's going to roll, and it picked up by Johnson in center field. And that'll put runners at first and second with 2 outs. That brings up Braden Hurst for Great Falls. 2 outs and runners at first and second. For Hurst, walked his last at bat. He's 0 for 3, struck out his first at bat. And Long will have ball 1. And a swing for strike 1. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 by Long. And we get ball 2. Long now with the pitch. And we'll get ball 3. Three-one on the count. Here's the set. And a walk to load the bases. Brings us to Braden Welty. 2 outs and loaded bases, as Hill will check in with Long. Welty settles in. And a pitch over the plate for strike 1. Welty 1 for 3, singled his last at bat in the 6th. And he goes outside to even the count out at 1. Here's Long with the stretch and set. And inside for ball 2. Loaded bases, nowhere to put Welty. He's been walked. He was walked back in the 4th. Here's the 2-1 by Long. And it's over the plate for strike 2. Deep breath here for the Maverick fans at a 2-2 count with loaded bases. Long delivers. And a foul ball up onto the concourse as we stay at 2-2. Bozeman waiting for the finish of the game. Vauxhall waiting for the outcome to see who they will play in the championship game at 6. Here's Long, and actually time is called by the batter. Loaded bases, runners step away. Long with the pitch from Clausen, and now the stretch and set. And a bouncer foul will keep us at 2-2. Eight 3 Mavericks here on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. The pitch. And we'll get a full count at 3-2. Anticipation building off the full count. Long now will deliver. Runners go. This is going to be bounced out. Picked up by Bay. The throw to first, and that will be game. Mavericks will take on Vauxhall in the championship game. They would get the win off of 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and 6 left behind. The Chargers, they would have 3 runs off of 3 hits, 3 errors, and 3 runners would be left behind. So the Mavericks will have Vauxhall for the championship, a rematch of the opening game. We'll be back with the championship at 6 o'clock.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
We